Linear versus exponential equations with Deanna and Hope. The town of Louisville, with a population of 5,000 people, has been struck with school ends. Everyone in school starts to like school. By the time the next hour comes around, 5 times more of the people have the disease. Before 1 hour passed, 1 kid got it. To solve this, you need the equation, which is the start is 1, and x equals now times 5. And your exponential equation is y equals 1 times 5 to the x power. Once you do this, you will get the values in the table. When x equals 7, how many kids will have this disease? To find this out, you need to plug in the numbers. So you put y equals 1 times 5 to the 7th power because x represents number of hours. And once you figure that out, you will get 78,125 kids got the disease. When the output is 9,765,625 kids, how many hours would have passed? To find this, you have to put this number into the output equals 1 times 5 to the x power, and once you solve this, you will get 10 hours.
Susie is running a marathon for charity. Her mother is giving her $10 to start. She is then going to donate $5 every mile she runs. The start is 10 and the recursive equation is now plus 5 equals next, and the explicit equation is y equals 5x plus 10. When you use the equation, you'll see how much money she raises per mile, and when you graph it, the line should be straight. Here are a few questions. How many miles does Susie have to run in order to raise $100? To figure this out, you'll have to plug in 100 for y. And then you subtract 10 from each side. And then you divide by 5 on each side. Then x equals 18. And that's how many miles she has to run. How much money will she raise when she runs 15 miles? So you have to plug in 15 for x this time. And then you multiply 5 by 15, which is 75, and then plus 10, and it gives you y equals $85.
The zombie apocalypse is approaching, and they start an invasion of 1,000. They decease 20% every hour. No one knows how long it will take for them to fully disappear. You can have part of a zombie. To figure out this problem, we need an equation. The start is 1,000 zombies, and next equals now times 8. Y equals 1 times 8 to the x power. We have 0.8 because we're looking at positive, and we're decreasing by 0.2, but this is how much we're increasing, which will give you the same answer. So once you figure this out, you'll get these data points in your table. Your graph will be exponential. When x equals 12, how many zombies will be alive? To figure this out, you have to do y equals 1,000 times 8 to the 12th power, because x represents hours in this equation. Once you figure this out and do order of operations, you will get 68.72 zombies, and you can have part of zombies. When the output is 54.976, how many hours would have passed? To figure this out, you have to put this number into output, and it will be equal 1 times 8 to the x power. And once you figure this out, you'll get 13 hours around the time that there will be 54.9 0.76 zombies left. In 2015, a disease spread out through North Carolina. The original population was 200,000 people, and it's decreasing by 50 people each year. The start is 200,000, and the recursive rule is now minus 50 equals next, and the explicit equation is y equals negative 50x plus 200,000, and use this equation to find out the values in the table, and your line should be linear. And how many years will North Carolina have less than 199,000 people? Once you plug in 199 for y, you will get 21 years as your x value. How many people will still be in North Carolina in 38 years? To find this out, you have to plug in 38 for x, and once you figure this out, you will get 198,100 people.